Just few days between Suzuka and Korea. What is your evaluation of the race in Japan, and what is your feeling going towards Korea?
Well, I think that in terms of performance, the outcome of the race here in Japan was really good. We were fighting, and this second place showed that we were really competitive. And this is the right approach that we need to keep also for the next 4 races, not only in Korea. So the objective is, as we said, to maximize the points, to try to focus on a win that is possible, and to fight for the second place for Fernando in the Driver Championship, because it's an objective that is still very important, because keep it up the motivation, not only for the drivers, but also for the team.
After a, let's say, a difficult qualifying, Fernando drove a fantastic race. How do you rate his performance in Suzuka?
Fantastic. I mean, perfect, no mistake. Always focus in trying to manage the best way that he can the tires. So really fantastic.
Felipe had a very good weekend until that contact with Hamilton. How do you evaluate his performance?
I think that Felipe did a great weekend, and it was a shame that after the contact that he had with Hamilton, he broke parts of his car, so it was difficult for him in the second part of it to try to match the pace that he was in this pocket, because we have seen not only qualified but also in the first couple of laps that he was very fast, and it's a shame because he deserved for sure a better position.
Are you surprised by this up and down in terms of performance? Very bad in Singapore, very good in Suzuka.
I think that for sure the learning curve process that we are facing this year with the effect of the exhaust plus the behavior of the new tires is something that our technician has to understand in a proper way in order to maximize, you know, this experience to make sure that next year everything is much clearer.
Are we going to have some new parts in Korea to be used in 2012?
I think that we will try to bring in Korea something that can be useful to understand the better performance of the car in 2012, and I think this is the target.
And the target for the race?
Target for the race, as I said, a minimum podium, and try to do a little step better than what we did here in Japan.
Which means?
I will tell you after what we achieved, if we achieved, if we will achieve.
The circuit in Korea is one of the most interesting of the championship, especially from the technical point of view. I will put it together with Suzuka, Spa and Silverstone. It has a lot of low-speed corners, but since it's also a long track, you can find high-speed change of direction, medium-speed change of direction, hard braking, especially in the first part of the circuit. So you need to have to be very competitive, a very efficient car from the aerodynamic point of view, because not only downforce is important, you need to develop the speed in the first part of the circuit, in sector 1, to be competitive.
Considering the characteristics of the 150th Italia, what is the approach and what are the perspectives for us going to Korea?
Well, certainly, considering the fact that the aerodynamic efficiency, like I said, is the most important characteristic for the car to be competitive, definitely we know that at this stage we pay a bit of price compared to Red Bull and a bit smaller compared to McLaren. So we know that we can't expect to go there and fight for a pole position easily. So we know that we are going to pay some tenths compared to Red Bull. Hopefully we can take advantage from the fact that Pirelli are going to provide soft and super soft compound, which normally works pretty well with our car. So we want to be as competitive as possible in qualifying, and then trying to use the fact that we are normal gentle on the tires in a track that will be difficult on the tires like Korea, because the choice of soft and super soft is pretty ambitious. So we'll try to take advantage on this and do our best in the race.